Good morning. It is the start of a new vlog. Today is Sunday, November 2nd, and my Christmas book, Next Christmas, comes out tomorrow. I'm having a live stream, virtual launch party on TikTok tonight, and I'm having an in-person launch party tomorrow on release day in my hometown, so I'm not going to tell you where it is. So just my real life friends are invited. The annoying thing is, though, I only have 10 books to sell at my launch party. I mean 11, I guess 11. I have my copy that I can also sell. And then just take one for myself when my next order comes in. So here's what happened. For some reason, and I hate that my brain works this way and anxiety works this way, but for some reason I was really nervous to just go ahead and order 50 books. I was like, I feel like 50 is a good amount. I don't think I'm going to sell 50 at my launch party, but I also have Christmas markets every Sunday in November after my launch party. So I feel like it makes sense to just order a bunch and then have enough to probably get me through the month. But it made me nervous for some reason to order 50 books without having ordered any besides my proof copies first. So I ordered 10. And they actually all came damaged because they shipped them in a ginormous box with no packing material. And so I got a refund for them, which is great. And then once I got the refund, I was like, perfect, I'll order 50 books now. And I'll plan my launch party and I'll invite people on Facebook. So I made an event on Facebook and I invited a whole bunch of people and then I went. This is all the very beginning of October, by the way. 4 weeks before I needed my books. And then I went and ordered 50 books. And the estimated arrival day was November 7th to 10th. And I was like, what? Never in the history of me having books published through KDP has it taken that long to get author copies. It takes 2 weeks. 2 weeks the latest. It's always an estimated 2 weeks, and 95% of the time they come early, really early. And then a couple weeks later, I went to go order some copies of my other books because I was like, well, I might as well have my other books in stock as well. And my other books say that they're going to come October 28th. And I was like, okay. So are the times, was there some kind of delay that's past now? So I went and added 10 more of Next Christmas. No, between November 7th and 10th for Next Christmas. And I'm like, are they trying to not send me my books until after the release date? Which doesn't make any sense because they've already sent them to me way before the release day. So why are they not wanting to send them till the release day now? And I talked to people at Amazon and they were all lying to me about why they're not being shipped. They don't have an answer, and I think they're literally told to make something up. And I talked to multiple people and they just don't care. And they don't want to try to do anything about anything. So anyway, that was incredibly frustrating, and I don't think they're going to send them until release day, and I'm going to get them the day after my launch party. So I have my 10 damaged books that are luckily not damaged anymore because they've been in a stack for almost 6 weeks, and they have flattened out, which is good, but I feel embarrassed about having this launch party and only having 10 books to sell. I mean, maybe only 8 people will show up, and it won't matter anyway. So I just made Christmas nails for my launch party tomorrow. And I did all my nails red except for my ring finger. I did those green. And then I did green polka dots on my red nails and red polka dots on my green nails. And now it just looks like I have ladybug nails. Okay, I finally sat down to read, and I finished How to Sell a Haunted House. My live is in half an hour, so I have a bit of time. I should pick a new book to read. I don't know what I want to read at all. Maybe I'll use my prompt jar, my reading prompt jar. I haven't used this in a really long time. Let's use this. Let's do multiple prompts for one book. Oh, here's two. First one is a book by an author you've never read before, and a book with lots of colors on the cover. All right. I think I'm going to read this one. The Little Bookshop of Lonely Hearts by Annie Darling. Oh, this is fun. All right, first prompt. A book with a movie adaptation, and then watch the movie. Okay, I'm gonna put this one back in the jar because it is November, which is the month that my mom and I love to watch super cheesy Christmas movies, and I don't want to add like other things to the list to make us like stress and take away from our fun cheesy Christmas time. So I'll put that one back in, and I will pick something else. Okay, a green book. I'll look for another prompt to go with that one. A green book and a book that intimidates you. Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman, and it only intimidates me just because I know how dark the story is. The first one was really, really dark, and I had to like pause it a few times. I loved it, 5 stars, but definitely heavier than I was expecting. And so I've just been putting this one off because I know it's going to be heavy, but it's going to be good. So we'll go with this one. It's the day of my launch party. My book comes out today. It's out. It is out today. Hooray! And I'm only going to have 11 books to sell at my party. I just posted in my Facebook group all the options about what people can do if I sell out. So hopefully people will still buy them from me. So yeah, I should spend the day getting ready for that. Anyway, I already sold the book to a random person, which is pretty exciting. Like, my party doesn't even officially start for another 15 minutes. Well, my launch party went pretty well. I was definitely worried about not having enough books for no reason, because only like 10 people came. Which makes me feel like, I don't know, silly that I thought I was going to sell more than 10 books. But I really did want to sell more than 10 books. And I did. I am a little sad that more people didn't come. But I am very happy that people did come. And most people who came stayed the whole time. And we had a great time. And it was fun. And I also sold a book to a random person who was there before the launch even started. So that was fun. 2 regulars from the brewery came specifically for the launch party, and they bought a book and recorded me do my reading. And that was cute. Also, someone who ended up coming with someone my mom knows. So she came because my mom had posted about it, which was so nice of her. But the person she was with, I don't know if it was like her husband or her boyfriend or whoever, was my grade 10 English teacher. And it's so funny because he took my card and was like, "Is this you?" Because I'm an English teacher. And as soon as he said he was an English teacher, I was like, hold on. You actually look familiar. Did you teach at the high school I went to? And he was like, yes. And I was like, yeah, you were my grade 10 English teacher. That's, so he bought a copy of Neighborly. So that was cool. I had a lot of food. I had a beer. I did not have more than 1 beer because my mom ended up walking home before the event was over. So I had to drive home. So I couldn't have another beer, but I had a beer. I had my current favorite beer, which was delicious. I don't know if I'm going to have another launch party for my next book, to be honest. I feel like it's, I don't know. It makes me feel silly if I have an like event at a place and only 10 people show up. I don't know, but it was still fun. I also told my boss that everyone from TikTok says hi, because people in my life told me to tell them that they said hi when I said I was having my party at the brewery I work at. I also, when I cleared some of the plates from our table and I went up to the garbage where my boss was, and I went, beside And he said, "Oh, that sounds like something you would put in a TikTok." And I said, "It is. It's in the most recent one." And he said, "You didn't say adjacent, did you?" And I said, "Yes. Yes, I did." Tell me why people who package things at Amazon are stupid. I had an order of 50 books and an order of 10 books. Here's my 50 books. They look great. Want to see how they packaged my 10 books? Why is this box so big? Gherkin? Go this way. Go this way. Come on. Let's go. Hey, Jameer. Oh my god, that soup was so good. It splashes, eh? Like, it comes out so strong.
It does.
Why was that, do you think?
Because it was tiny and it's less space to keep warm.
With everyone's body heat?
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely need to set my table up a different way now that I have a new book. Especially since I'm at a Christmas market and my new book is a Christmas book. I think I might want to feature my Christmas book on my table. So far, nobody is interested. The only person who stopped to talk to me told me that she didn't like turning 30. You on the market. I have to be quiet. My mom is sleeping there. My niece and nephew are sleeping there. But I sold 18 books. It is the best event I've ever had, which is amazing because the first 2 hours was very discouraging. I wanted to cry and go home. And then it picked up and I sold so many books. I sold 10 copies of Next Christmas and 2 copies of each of my other books. Anyway, very exciting. But I'm going to go to bed now and I'm going to end the vlog here and we'll see you in another one.